Manifestation can come in 1 hour. It says everywhere, even in the Bible, it only takes 1 hour. Do you want to know how to do it? Just keep on watching. Hello everyone, my name is Nia, and on this channel, we talk everything about the law and so much more. On Patreon, I make extra weekly content, and if you subscribe to Patreon today, you find hundreds, if not thousands of videos about your favorite topics, esotericism, and the law, podcast, and so much more. So join me on my Patreon community, and if you want to know more and apply my formula coaching, you find it. The link is down below. It's hours of content about the science behind manifestation, a step-to-step guide on how to manifest, how to practically do it, apply it, create a routine. You have 2 subliminal messages for the night that you can use, meditations, the video course on how to manifest SP. It's literally everything you need to know and to apply and how to apply it. It's listed down below on the link. So now let's get started with today's video. You guys, the appointed hour. It's written everywhere in the Bible. And in case you don't know, even the master Neville Goddard taught this, but it's not even him. It's been notoriously known that the Bible shouldn't be taken necessarily. Well, there are many layers on how to interpret the Bible and every religious script for what matters, but one of the highest layer to interpret the Bible is not that the highest, is one of the highest layer of interpretation of the Bible has to do with understanding that the Bible is talking about the psychological drama of the mind. There is only one power, and that power is I am. God is in you because he has given you the gift of the I am, the state of consciousness. States of consciousness create, they push out in your reality. If you want to know more about the concept of there is only one power, I actually made a video today on Patreon. It's already on. The link again is down below. So by understanding this and going deeper in this, you also understand the concept of now. If there is only one power, and as a man thinks in his heart, therefore he is, and therefore he experiences, there is no one to blame outside of you. It is all inside your states of consciousness. Power is not money. Power is not whatever you think it is in the 3D. Power is the choice of choosing thoughts. You're constantly on, you're constantly thinking. So either you're choosing your own thoughts, your states of consciousness, or someone is choosing them for you. And why manifestation can only take 1 hour? Because it is in the appointed hour that you judge yourself, is in the constant, eternal, present moment that you decide what thoughts you are choosing. So what are you conscious of thinking today? What are you thinking now? That is what you will experience. Manifestation can only take 1 hour if you can just choose your thoughts and listen to them, either with affirmations or visualization. But it really boils down to what are you choosing today? Or not even today, now, in this hour, what are you conscious of being? And the only thing that it takes, it's a tiny bit of discipline, because if you notice the movement, since you're constantly on, if you notice the movement of your mind, you will notice that you think all sorts of things that you're afraid of, things that you pay attention to. Whatever you pay attention to expands. Whatever you watch on social media, whatever you entertain in the drama, in the theater of your mind, that is what goes. So what are you conscious of being? Let me give you some quote, or like even one quote from the Bible. I am reading from Psalm 75, 2. When I select an appointed time, it is I who judge with equity. When I select an appointed time, an appointed hour, it is I who judge with equity. The Lord, Exodus 9:5, the Lord set a definite time, saying, tomorrow the Lord will do this thing in the land. It is at the appointed hour. It is in 1 hour. It is in one moment. because everything that the Bible says is metaphorically talking about the drama and the states of consciousness of the mind. It only takes one moment of change, one moment where you decide and you pay attention to your thoughts. And if you will believe that that is so, then you will get it. It only takes 1 hour. It only takes an appointed hour of your choice. That's how you choose, because everybody's like, but how can I decide that I already have what I want? Yes, it's through repetition, but to be honest, that could be also, it's not a limiting belief, but understand this. You choose, you decide your state by thinking thoughts. That's how you decide. That's why the repetition serves you, because you don't believe you have it. So since you don't have to believe you have it, you just have to repeat. That's why you repeat. You repeat a thought because you don't believe you have it now, because you're so 3D oriented, because unless you see it, you don't believe it. And that's why many talented coaches, they tell you to repeat, because you don't have to believe it. You just have to repeat, because when you repeat, your mind gets accustomed to that thought and believes it has it. But it's simple. It's more simple than that. If you only just believe that there is only one power, and that power is I am, what are you? What are you choosing to be now? In this very moment, in this appointed hour, God has given you a gift, and that is the gift of I am. You are what? Choose now. Not tomorrow, not because you see it, not because you have experienced something in the past. Choose your thoughts wisely now, or they will be chosen for you. You're constantly on anyway. You're constantly thinking anyway. What are you conscious of being now? If you can only believe this, if you will truly believe that your consciousness pushes out outcomes, that the only thing that you have to do is to control your thoughts and have a controlled imagination, because you cannot stop imagining. You're constantly imagining, you're constantly thinking. If you could only buy the pearl of great price, as Neville will put it, if you could only believe that, it only takes an hour. Why not? Even this, like, I can already feel from the camera the resistance, which is only opposite thoughts and fears, but the resistance of many of you saying, how can it come in an hour? That's impossible. How can my SP text me in an hour? How can I get millions in an hour? You are choosing that. I saw things that are crazy in this life. Any minute now, things could come and fall in your lap. If you could only believe and buy the pearl of great price, that in the appointed hour, God has given you a gift, which is I am. God is in you. You cannot cut God from the equation. The reason why people find their own 3D ways of manifesting things, which is working hard, doing this or doing that, and they tell you all their rules or how they get there, is because they have chosen so. They have chosen to believe that that's what it takes. They have chosen to remove God from the equation. When we're saying let go and let God, you're not letting go of your desire. You're letting go of the fear. You're letting go of the resistance, of the opposite thoughts that are telling you cannot have it. When you're saying let go and let God, you're saying I am what I say that I am. And be careful when you believe that, because whatever you say you are, you will be and you will experience. And you should be careful, because you're doing this anyway. You're doing this now by watching this video. You're doing this when you are entertaining your fearful thoughts. You are doing this all the time, and you don't even notice the majority of the time that you're doing this. You want to manifest like a mother? You do it by thinking. What are you conscious of being now? What are you entertaining now? In this hour, there is only with this moment. There is only the now. Whatever experience that you're going to have in the future are going to be in the now. It is in the appointed hour. I judge. Nobody's judging you. You are judging yourself by thinking certain thoughts. You cannot cut God from the equation because God is all that is, and it's I am. It's infinite consciousness. All the possibilities exist in the quantum field are the endless pathways that you can take or anyone else can take, all exist now. It is you who choose them by thinking thoughts. That's how you decide. You decide by thinking. That's all that you are. It's just a thought. This is just a dream. Don't you see? Don't you see it? That all is happening in the drama of your mind. Jesus is nothing but the awakened self. All is happening here. There is nothing else. You are watching this video, and the way you watch it, the way you perceive it, it's all here. You're watching it with your mind, aren't you? Yes, you have senses that are good, that are letting you watch, but you are experiencing it in your mind. There is only the mind. There is only the now. There is only the appointed hour. That's how manifestation can happen in just 1 hour. If you simply decide to entertain thoughts that are serving you. You can choose the gift of joy. You can choose now. But no, you delay. You entertain thoughts of fear. You don't want to discipline your mind. You scattered everywhere, and you're trying to find someone outside of you that'll tell you everything will be all right. You get it. But I can tell you and sit all day long here and tell you that you're going to get it, and still you won't get it because you're not choosing to get it. You're not allowing the space to receive it. You allow the space to receive it when you understand that there is only one power. There is only the appointed hour. It is in the now. It is by saying, I am this, and believing that by saying I am what I want to be, you are. You don't need to wait for anyone to validate this. You don't even need to wait for their manifestation to happen to know that you are. You simply choose with your thoughts that you are what you say you are, as you think you are in the appointed hour. This today, now, is the appointed hour. And if you're choosing different thoughts, if you entertain other things, that's on you. That's not on no one else. You are choosing all of it. Look back. You don't even remember everything that you were thinking. And the reason why you are experiencing what you're experiencing now is because you had certain thoughts about yourself, about the world, about certain states. But you don't want to take responsibility for those because you don't even remember half of the time you're living asleep. If you could only pay attention to what you're thinking, truly doing this, like test this if you don't want to believe me, truly discipline your mind to pay attention to what you're thinking, then you'll see that you are the door. You are the doors of consciousness. You are the door to your manifestation. There is no one else doing this for you. If you could only stop giving this power, the only power, away to other people's beliefs, to other people's story, and pay attention to the fact that you're always on, you're always thinking anyway, so you might better think about things that you want. That's all you need. That's all you gotta do. And it is gonna happen. It can even drop in an hour, in the appointed hour. Don't you see it, guys? You're everything. You're just doing it to yourself. The moment that you understand this, the moment that you'll see this, that's the moment where everything will change, because it only takes one moment to change. It doesn't take thousands of repetition. Repetition is helpful. Repetition is a tool to make you believe what I'm saying right now, but you don't necessarily have to. You just have to pay attention to what you're thinking. Really, really. And if you will really test this, you have control imagination, you will notice that most of the time you don't even remember what you were thinking, that you're half asleep, that you're scrolling down things, or you're listening to people that you don't even agree with. And you're letting that through in your head, and then you complain that you had some experience. You're doing it to yourself. God is in you. God is giving you a gift. He has created you in His image. He's not telling you to beg for your manifestation. He's telling you, I gave you the gift. You can select states by thinking, and that's how you become me. I am infinite consciousness. I am infinite, endless possibilities. I am whatever I say I am. I am everything. And you are created in my image. If you are created in my image, in its image, you have endless opportunities. But you are choosing to limit yourself. In whatever shape or form you are, in whatever belief you are. Think about it. The resistance that you feel in this video is telling you what resistance that you feel in this video, me talking, it's not about me. It's not about because I'm saying this or the numbers of subscribers that I've got or whatever it is that I've shown you I've manifested. The resistance that you're feeling, it's because of you, because you're saying it cannot happen in 1 hour because I have to do this and I have to do that. And you believe that. The resistance that you feel in this video when I'm saying you can have it in 1 hour, he's telling you everything that you need to know. Don't you see it? Comment down below. Let me know. Why do you think you cannot have it in an hour? All of this, all that it's here in all of you, is telling you all you need to know. That's why the answers in the temple of the gods is inside you, not outside of you. It's all here. It's what you think, as you think you are. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video makes sense. Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe and hit the rainbow button so you always get notified about when I'm live so we can chit chat together. I can give you coaching advices and so much more, and seek for new videos. And I'll also see you on Patreon. I love you guys. See you soon.